This is News Hour on Ifako Radio. Good morning. I am Nado Esther. The headlines. For feature, EFCC evicts Malami, family from Abuja residents. 2027 polls. PDP governor rejects Wike Bog census chair. Parties warns INEC rules could skew 2027 polls. €6 million fraud. Two Nigerian jailed 16 years in Ireland. Sports. Awoni celebration sparks religious debate. Entertainment. Comedian Princess blasts Biola Adebayo over Baba Ijesha interview. Miss Nigeria, the sound presenter who embarrassed Omotola. The headline, the news in full now. For feature, EFCC evicts Malami, family from Abuja residents. The former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, son, on Tuesday confirmed that operatives of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission forcefully evicted him and his family from the Abuja residence despite ongoing court proceedings over the property. Malami disclosed this while addressing journalists at a press conference, stating that EFCC officials stormed the premises on Monday and returned on Tuesday with armed personnel to compete to take over. Yesterday, without further recourse to the court, without seeking an order to seal my properties, without seeking an order to evict my family members and from me, the property, without seeking a court order for the appointment of a receiver manager, the EFCC came to effect a forceful eviction. They were unable to conclude the process yesterday and reinforced this morning with a lot of personnel that are armed and indeed forcefully took over possession of my family residence, he said. The former AGF identified the property as his family home, located at number 2 Koranka Close off Amazon Street, Mataima, Abuja. He explained that the action followed an interim for feature order granted on January 6, 2026, but insisted that the order did not authorize eviction or immediate takeover of the property. (2027 polls). PDP governor rejects Wike blocks and consensus chair. The crisis rocking the opposition people for the Democratic Party worsened on Tuesday as governors in the party distanced themselves from the consensus selection of a national chairman and secretary by the Winsome Wike-backed faction, insisting on legal address and a review of the process. This is a Senator Samuel Anyanwu and Abdulrahman Mohammed emerged as consensus candidates for National Secretary and National Chairman, respectively backed by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Winsome Wike. Credible senior PDP members aligned with the governor's backed National Working Committee, led by Tamino Turaki's son, who spoke on condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to reveal the developments, disclosed that they would pursue all available legal avenues to ensure the crisis is resolved in their favor. Meanwhile, very high-ranking members of the Wike-backed National Caretaker Committee who requested anonymity because they are not authorized to speak on the matter, revealed in an exclusive interview on Tuesday that all geopolitical zones had agreed on consensus candidates for NWC positions ahead of the March 29 to 30 National Convention. Nigeria's out-of-school crisis demands $345 yearly allowance. The federal government on Tuesday revealed that Nigeria requires an annual investment of $345 million to effectively reintegrate and provide essential skills to the approximately 15 million out-of-school children across the country. The Minister of Education, Dr. Chunti Alausa, made this disclosure during the inaugural Federal Ministry of Education private sector breakfast convening held in Lagos. According to the minister, the $345 million figure is based on the current per capita spending required to address the needs of the 15 million children currently outside the formal school system. It disclosed that 25% of children aged 5 to 14 were out of school in the country, with the figure rising to 41% in the northeast and northwest region. Alausa emphasized that while the government had made significant strides through the Nigerian education sector, renewal initiatives, substantial additional investment is needed to complement public efforts. The challenges in the Nigerian education sector present a marked opportunity to increase access, improve quality, and enhance system, the minister stated. He notes that education remains a central pillar of the Renewal Hope Development Plan, which targets a $1 trillion economy by 2030. Party wants INEC rules could skew 2027 polls. Political parties have raised concerns over the Independent National Electoral Commission's newly unveiled 2026 draft regulations for political parties, warning that certain provisions could undermine the credibility of the 2027 general election. Speaking at a consultative meeting in Abuja, leaders under the Inter-Party Advisory Council criticized requirements such as mandatory direct primaries and strict submission of membership registers, describing them as impractical and exclusionary. They urged INEC and the National Assembly to review the rules to safeguard transparency, inclusivity, and public confidence in the electoral process. The concerns were raised after the INEC chairman, Prof. Joash Amo Putam, unveiled a revised draft of its 2026 regulations and guidelines for the political parties, seeking their input to strengthen the electoral process ahead of the 2027 general election. The IPOC National Chairman, Dr. Yusuf Dantal, raised concerns over provisions of the Electoral Act 2026, warning that unresolved issues could undermine the credibility of the 2027 general elections. Critical issues, if not urgently addressed, could jeopardize the success of 2027 general elections, he said. €6 million fraud. Two Nigerians jailed 16 years in Ireland. Two Nigerian national based in Ireland, Francis Ogbuefi, 42, and Stephen Sylvester, 32, have been sentenced to a combined jail term of over 16 years for their roles in what was described as a highly sophisticated global money laundering scheme. According to Radio Telefis Iran on Friday, the duo were arrested and prosecuted following a lengthy investigations by the Guardian National Economic Crime Bureau of Ireland. Ogbuefi of Clonard Road, Cromwell, Dublin, was sentenced to 9 years imprisonment, while Sylvester the Paddock's Maurice Newbridge C.O. Kidar received a 7.5-year sentence. The pair had allegedly traveled from Nigeria to Ireland to engage in organized fraud. The total value of the scam linked to the case was put at €6.7 million, according to the report. Both men were said to have denied the charges but were found guilty by a jury after the trial last month. Court proceedings, according to the RCE, revealed that more than €6 million was stolen and laundered through various schemes, including romance fraud and smishing, with funds moved across multiple bank accounts. UK returning. 4 others died in open highway tragedies. 5 persons, including a woman who recently returned from the United Kingdom for a wedding, have died in 2 separate road crashes along the Lagos-Ibadan and Ijebu-Ode Expressway in Ogun State. It was gathered on Tuesday that the first incident occurred at about 11:16 p.m. on Monday along the Ijebu-Imushin axis of the Jebu-Ode or Riyadh Expressway. According to the spokesman for the Ogun State Sector Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Afolabi Odunsi, the crash involved a Toyota Hayes bus and a MAN diesel truck belonging to Julius Berger. Odunsi explained that the truck was being towed when the towing chain snapped, leaving it stationary on the road, after which the speeding bus rammed into it. At approximately 23:16 hours, a white Toyota Hilux bus collided with a blue MAN diesel truck. The truck was being towed when the chain snapped. The speeding bus subsequently rammed into the stationary truck, he said. He noted that 4 occupants of the bus, 2 men and 2 women, died on the spot with no survivors recorded. The FRC operators evacuated the victims and deposited their remains at the state hospital morgue in Ijebu-Ode, while the Nigerian Police Imushin Division has taken over the case for further investigations, he added. Sports. Awani celebrations sparks religious debate. A growing debate has emerged in England following Taiwanese goal celebration during Premier League action, with pundits, former players and fans divided over the place of religious expression in football. The Nottingham Forest strikers scored on the side a 3-0 win over Tottenham Hotspur before revealing on the sheets bearing the message, God is the greatest, an act that has drawn scrutiny under the game's regulations. Under the law set by the International Football Association Board, players are prohibited from displaying political, religious, or personal slogans, with potential sanctions enforced by governing bodies including the Football Association and FIFA. The rule states that players must not reveal undergarments containing such messages, with disciplinary actions applicable for breaches. Awoniyi, who converted from close range after connecting with a delivery from Neco Williams, was booked during the match and could face further punishment. Shifting attention away from what had been a commanding away performance, the incident has since sparked widespread discussion, including on British broadcaster GB News, where differing views were expressed on whether such expression should be permitted in football. Commentator Emmanuel Wolfe argued that while the message itself was not offensive, the broader principle of allowing religious or political expression in sports could create division, stressing the need for neutrality. Well, look, I don't think that Awoniyi's message of God is the greatest, but offensive. It didn't offend me. I'm a Christian and I don't think that offensive message, she said. Entertainment. Comedian Princess asked Biola Adebayo over Baba Ijesha interview. The comedian and actress Princess has launched a scathing attack on colleague Biola Adebayo over her interview with convicted actor Olariwaju Omiyinka, known as Baba Ijesha, accusing her of insensitivity, wickedness, and inflicting deliberate pain on the family of a child sexual assault victim. Princess, whose firstest daughter was the victim in the Baba Ijesha case, took to her Instagram page on Tuesday to condemn Adebayo in a lengthy video statement questioning how a self-described rape supervisor could give a platform to a convicted sex offender to cast aspersions on the victim's family. You said you have also been a victim of rape. Would you, Biola, be confident if the person you claimed raped you, because I'm going to use claim now, went on TV many years after assaulting you and start casting aspersions on your family, saying Biola lied? How would you feel? How would you feel? Good? Princess said. She argued that Adebayo had acted purely out of self-interest, prioritizing views and traffic to her platforms over the welfare of a child victim and her family. Since it's not you and it's not your child, it's okay. Since it's for views and it's for money, it's okay. Since it's for something that will bring people to your page, it's your channel, it's okay. He didn't stop to think that the child in question is the child of a colleague and an acquaintance, she said. Princess also disclosed that she had a family had faced sustained online harassment since Adebayo's interview aired, saying the trolling, insult, and threatening message has been relentless. Since the video came out, people have continuously trolled, insulted me, and sent me messages that I have been blocking, she said. She further challenged Adebayo's claim to the Christian's faith, saying a genuine Christian would not seek to inflict pain on another person or their child. Miss Nigeria disowns presenter who embarrassed Omotola. The Miss Nigerian organization has issued an official statement regarding the viral video showing veteran actress Omotola Jolade Ekainde and a young presenter who asked her to introduce herself at the red carpet of the 46th Miss Nigerian Patrons and Board Dinner. According to the organization in a statement on Tuesday, said to the media representative involved in the clip was not invited to the private event and had no official affiliation with the dinner. First and foremost, we wish to publicly extend our sincerest apology to Omotola for the discomfort she experienced. She is a deeply valued member of the Miss Nigerian community, a close friend of the organization, and a woman who has spent decades paving the way for young creatives in the country. She deserves the utmost respect and care, the statement partly read. The Miss Nigeria organization explained that the patrons and board dinner was a strictly invite-only event, not open to press coverage outside designated channels. The group noted that uninvited media presence can sometimes create impromptu moments when both the guests and the interviewers are caught off guard, as was the case here. Following his review in the incident, the organization emphasized that the circulating clip did not show the full context. There were multiple individuals involved who reportedly invaded Omotola's personal space, making her feel deeply uncomfortable and unsafe. The clip that has been shared was edited and does not reflect the full extent of what occurs, the statement added. Singer Asha loses mother. International singer and songwriter Bukola Elemide, popularly known as Asha, has announced her mother's death. In an emotional Instagram post on Tuesday, the award-winning artist described her late mother as "my mother, my reason to be, my queen, my everything," she wrote. The sudden brain tumor came without warning and took you too soon, paying tribute to her mother's generosity, kindness, and gentle spirit. Asha also highlighted her mother's quiet swag, shyness, and dry sense of humor, noting that despite not being able to hold a musical note, she remained her biggest fan, singing along to every song with her whole heart. "Your strength, your love, your spirit will remain with me forever. Rest now, Mom," Asha wrote, capturing her deep sense of loss. The singer, whose music often explores themes of love, identity, and personal struggles, has not provided further details regarding the timing of her mother's death or funeral arrangement. Her announcement has prompted an outpouring of condolences from fans and fellow artists. Recap of the headlines. For feature, EFCC evicts Malami family from Abuja residents. 2027 polls, PDP governor rejects Wike blocks consensus chairs. Parties warns INEC rules could skew 2027 polls. €6 million fraud. 2 Nigerians jailed 16 years in Ireland. Sports. Awoni celebration sparks religious debate. Entertainment. Comedian Princess blasts Biola Adebayo over Baba Ijesha interview. Miss Nigerian disowned presenter who embarrassed Omotola. Follow us on all our social media handles, on Facebook, on X, on WhatsApp, on YouTube at Ifako Radio, on Instagram at Ifako_radio. For news reporting, contact us at ifakoradio@gmail.com or you call or WhatsApp 091 2222 7433. Special thanks to our news producer Olanireti Olusegun. Thanks for watching. I am Nado Esther. Do have a productive Wednesday. God bless Ifako Ijayi.